How do consulting retainers actually work? That's a really interesting question, and there are lots of ways that you can do this, but let's just take one basic example. You're going to charge a flat rate for X amount of hours or days a month, and you're going to provide them whatever it is that you tell them you will provide them for that amount of money and that specific time window. And that could be something like delivering them solutions. It could be an advisory kind of thing. It could be fractional CTO. There are tons of different methodologies that you can attach to this. The point being, from your perspective, it needs to be simple and it needs to be scalable, because say you're charging 10K to one client for 2 days a week work. You could essentially take on 3 clients or maybe even 4, depending on how you can juggle their days, and you can see how quickly you can scale to 40 or 50K just by being one person selling fractional time. So it can be super lucrative. And if you're thinking to yourself, how the hell would I juggle that many clients if there are only 7 days in the week? And that's where you have to be really creative. If you look at markets like Israel, they don't work on a Friday, they work on a Sunday. So if you shift your other clients to work on the days that aren't those days, you can then cater for a whole bunch of people by working 6 of your own days a week or 7 of your own days a week, depending on how adventurous you are, without having to overlap days between clients. So you got to think about ways to do that. But then on top of your retainer, you can obviously have your own team behind you. So if you're pretty senior and you know what you're doing and you have this kind of productized methodology about how you deliver your value, you can offer other people who work for you on their own kind of retainer system or time and materials, however you want to do it. And you can pay them a little slice of the pie, and that way you can serve more clients over and over again. The point being is that nothing is really set in stone. A retainer is just someone paying you a bunch of money every month and you have to give them whatever it is that you promise. What you do beyond that is totally up to you. Get entirely creative with it, build some awesome pricing models behind it, see if you can stack a team behind you and scale this thing massively. It's one of the most popular ways to actually sell your time nowadays, or a product that you have, or even support. Especially if you're doing AI kind of projects now, offering a retainer as like the end goal after you've implemented a tool or you've done an audit or something like that, after you've trained their team, having a retainer for 1 month to make sure that they have support or you help them build in the evolving landscape, those kind of things really suit the retainer model. And it's really that simple, guys. You need to get creative with this kind of stuff.